Now we're going to add and subtract complex numbers. And just basically what we're doing is we're adding the real parts together plus the sum or difference between the imaginary parts. So we are given these two complex numbers in proper standard form, a plus bi. We have 6 plus 2 times I, the first complex number, plus the second complex number, 3 minus 4i. You see, it's okay to have that minus there because we're adding a negative 4i. That's cool with just a minus. Step 1, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the parentheses. Now, since there's the invisible plus sign in the front and there's the actual plus sign in the front of the second complex numbers, it means that all we have to do is essentially drop the parentheses. So that takes us here, 6 plus 2i plus 3 minus 4i. Now we're going to combine the real parts together and the imaginary parts together. So I put my little squiggly arrow to indicate that I put the real parts together, I moved them in the front, and the imaginary parts I kept in the back. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 2i minus 4i is negative 2i. So our final answer in proper form is 9 minus 2 times I. And the next example is just as easy. Let's see it. It might be a little bit more complex because of the negative sign. Okay, so the first imaginary number is negative 2 plus 5i, and then we're subtracting. See, we're subtracting instead of adding. Negative 5 plus 6i. So step 1, when we drop the parentheses, we now have to be careful to distribute the negative sign across the parenthesis. So we get negative 2 plus 5i minus a minus 5 minus a positive 6i makes minus 6i. Be very careful about distributing that negative sign. So we have, I'm going to clean up the double negative, negative 2 plus 5i plus 5 minus 6i. Now the squiggly line to say I'm moving things around, I'm putting the real numbers in the front, the imaginary numbers in the back. Negative 2 plus 5 plus 5i minus 6i. Negative 2 plus 5 is 3, and then bring down the plus. 5 minus 6i is negative I, and we're not going to write plus a negative. That's not simplified. We write 3 minus I. We have the real part in the front, the imaginary part in the back.